There's more to imagine when you listen. So let your imagination soar with Audible. Audible has audio titles from every genre that will inspire you to imagine new worlds, possibilities, and ways of thinking. As an Audible member, you get to choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. Enjoy an exciting reawakening of a beloved classic with the Audible original David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, produced by Academy Award-winning director Sam Mendes, starring Ncuti Gatwa, Helena Bonham Carter, and Theo James. This adaptation breathes new life into a familiar tale. New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/imagine or text IMAGINE to 500-500. That's audible.com/imagine or text IMAGINE to 500-500.
Are you struggling to close deals? Cold outreach is wasting the time of both the buyer and seller at every stage, especially when sellers are using shallow and outdated data. Your organization can overcome these challenges with technology that translates comprehensive, high-quality buyer data into real-time insights. These deeper insights empower sales reps and teams to adopt the habits of top performers, which leads to better outcomes, like more pipeline, higher win rates, and larger deals. We call this deep sales. And we've built the first deep sales platform with the next generation of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day free trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today. Just go to linkedin.com/trial and get started.
Welcome to How to Survive, the show that teaches you how to survive the stuff that can kill you.
Like mass hysteria and mudslides and car chases.
And the stuff that just makes you wish you were dead.
Like Elizabeth Moss's glare. Or Lego vets. Or getting your car stolen.
Man, I know some of those things.
Firsthand.
Yeehaw. Don't know I did that.
Nope.
Should we play the theme song?
We sure should. Woohoo! Yeehaw. Idiots.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. Ooh, how to survive. Ooh, how to survive.
Welcome.
Here we are.
Here we are again.
In the studio.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It feels like we were just here.
Yes. Well, we can tell our audience that we are banking episodes because you have your big European tour,
Yes.
European summer tour.
I'm going on tour.
Who's opening for you?
She's this Icelandic singer.
Oh.
Her name's Ulla.
How do you spell that?
She just does
I just wanna put it
acapella,
for the
right?
notes.
It has 3 Y's, 2 K's with
Oh.
umlauts over them, and 7
Never saw an umlaut
O's.
over a K.
I know, it's
or any consonant, but okay.
It's Icelandic. She's great. She does a lot of like high warbling sounds.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could do it, but I can't. But maybe this rose coffee will help.
I was just going to say, I was going to point out to the audience that your coffee now matches your blouse because you have a flower print blouse on, and for some reason you ordered coffee with roses in them.
I got a iced rose latte.
So does it have a rose infusion, or is it just the roses?
No, it has rose
Flavoring?
taste.
So it's disgusting.
If you think rose taste is disgusting,
Do you
then
like
yes.
it?
I like it, yeah.
You like it with the coffee?
I do.
It doesn't seem like contradictory flavors.
No.
They're wed nicely.
It marries nicely for me.
Okay.
I mean, I won't finish it because I think I would go insane from caffeine mismanagement.
Did you get almond milk?
I did. I'm trying
Then
to.
just save it and have it tomorrow. Put it in your refrigerator.
All the ice will melt, won't it?
No. Yeah, you take out the ice and then you put it in your refrigerator. That's what I do all the time.
Blowing my mind right now.
Well, because I don't like to waste anything.
Yeah.
So I take out the ice and I put it in my
Did
fridge.
you come up with the website, The Penny Saver?
Yes. Yes.
I love that about you.
Thank you.
We were talking with Garen before we were on the air when we were all together having lunch.
Yeah, we all dined
delicious.
today.
We had lunch together. If you guys saw us out there and, spotted us in the real world, The three
Yeah.
of us were in the world having lunch together outside.
Outside.
Garen's getting so much sun today.
Oh, it's a lot.
Actually, you do look a little pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to go get some sunblock on
You
the way
look
home.
healthier.
Yeah,
like
I'm
your
gonna-
vitamin D deficiency is.
No, I think it's too pink. I think he needs.
Oh, you think he's too pink?
I think he needs some sunblock.
Yeah.
I worry.
it'll-
You really are worried about that.
I burn bad.
I bet you
And
do.
the fact that I never remember to have sunscreen is absurd.
It is absurd.
It's very stupid.
I'm gonna Amazon send some sunblock to your house.
I'm gonna probably do the same thing. We'll see
We'll see who gets there first.
Yeah.
I bet you'll pass 5 places on the way to your house that sell sunblock, and you don't need to order from Amazon.
Yeah. Why are we giving Jeff Bezos
there's
more
a
money?
There's a Rite Aid right here.
Yes.
Just buy it from there.
Yeah, I'll just get it from there.
We were talking about Elizabeth Moss having a new series. What's it called? Like
The Veil.
The Veil. I have not. Have any of you seen the trailer yet,
No.
or know anything about it?
I don't.
I don't either. But
I know a little bit about it just because I read the description.
Oh.
But I didn't want to watch a trailer.
So what?
Oh,
was
you just
the
want to be
description?
surprised?
It's a spy thing. She
spy
and some
thing.
girl are trying to solve a, I don't know, what, an attack.
well,
or
I
something.
love that. I'm in because I want to check it out.
Yeah.
I like watching her and stuff. She's great. She makes a lot of good faces.
I'll tell you that
She makes one.
the artwork they're using is awful.
The
Yeah.
artwork.
All
right?
Photoshop. It looks terrible.
Why?
I don't know.
It looks
just
very
doesn't.
fake.
Nothing looks. None of it looks
Oh.
real. It looks almost animated. It's weird.
Oh, how weird.
Yeah, when you see it on Hulu, you'll see.
Okay,
There's two.
Okay.
Not the ad of her looking through the doorway, which is the tweet I told you guys about. But
Don't spoil it because you can
I
still
don't.
Yeah,
tweet
you
I
it.
can
still
Save
tweet
it.
it, so I don't want to spoil
We're all
it,
gonna
but
wait for it and then like it.
When you click on it and go into it, the ad, it looks like a cartoon. It's very strange.
Oh.
It's silly.
Jimmy literally canceled Hulu yesterday. Oh. But he got Apple TV.
Yes.
So there's something there were like 5 things I was going to watch on Apple TV that I can, of course, not remember now because I was like, well, we don't have Apple TV.
You have so many things to catch
But I
up
don't
on.
Oh, I was going to try that Kristen Wiig show.
Palm Royale.
yeah.
good.
It is?
I've heard it's
Did you like Barb and what's that?
Loved Barb and
Love
Star.
Barb
Then
and
you'll like it.
Star.
Then you'll like
Barb
it.
and
That
Star's-
broad?
It's no, but it has the same kind of
Oh,
feel
okay.
to it.
Oh my
It's
god!
not
I heard it
outwardly
wasn't
funny, but
good.
it's-
Now I'm so excited because Barb and Star is one of my favorite things about being alive.
Yeah, me too.
No, I like it.
Okay, well, I'm going to try that.
Oh, I'm gonna try that.
We also started
tonight.
Well, we tried to start. Fuck! I can't remember what it's called. The normalizer, the something.
The gentleman?
Sympathizer.
What did you say?
Oh, the sympathizer.
The sympathizer. Yes, we did, but Jimmy was falling asleep, so we weren't able to finish the first
It's
episode.
based on a very famous book that I
Yes.
did not read.
Yeah, but it's sort of interesting so far.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Whatever.
Yeah, I know you don't like him,
I don't care for him.
but yeah. Well, it's him in like crazy makeup.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'd like him to get on the show and convince me otherwise, like your Jimmy Fallon moment. But then he was going to ruin it, and I'm going to not like him again.
I think you'd probably be charmed.
I bet. Oh,
By
I'm sure
Robert
he's-
Downey Jr.?
Oh, I'm sure he's charming.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure he's charming. What else? Gosh, what else have we been watching on Apple TV that you haven't been able to watch? That we're like, oh, watch
yeah,
this, watch
I don't
that.
remember. I'm sure I wrote it down.
Here's
Hijack is pretty good.
What's that?
I haven't seen that.
Idris Elba on a plane.
Oh yeah,
It's Hijack.
we
That's
watched
pretty
that.
good.
But
That's a series?
That's a movie, right?
No, it's a series.
We watched that.
You watched one episode and thought it was done?
No, I guess we watched the whole season, but we probably binged it so it felt like a movie.
How long ago was this?
It's been a few months.
Oh, I know what we started.
Yes.
The Jinx came back
Wait, how does the Jinx come back?
because it's everything that happened afterward.
Oh, well, I got to watch that.
So we watched the first episode. We haven't watched the second episode yet, but it's him reacting to seeing himself on TV. Like, admit it's fucking amazing. It's great so
Oh
far.
my God, oh
it's
my
like,
God.
yeah, it's really
That's
funny.
hilarious.
And then I'll just say this one thing that he gets brought in, and the deputy, or no, he's the DA or something. I can't remember. He's the D. I'm sorry, I don't remember what he is, but he's treating him with kid gloves.
Okay.
It's like, thank you so much for coming in. You know, not
Yes.
thank you so much. I mean, he was arrested, but, you know, thank you so much. And, you know, should I call you Bob? Should I call you, you know, he's being really Mr. Durst. And then he's like, I just have a question. Why did you do the show? And he goes, just still trying to figure it out. So funny.
That's hilarious.
It's just like, it's so stupid. He just kept digging a deeper hole for himself.
That's
It was
really
amazing.
funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, you know what we started watching last night, Benji and I? Speaking of fun stuff to watch. This was his idea. He'd heard about it on a podcast he was listening to with Sven, The Truman Show,
Oh.
which I realize I think it's kind of a classic, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of become a classic. It's funny because I don't think of that movie as being very old.
Yeah.
But it is.
It's pretty old now.
It is now. And I guess at the time when a movie comes out, you don't really know that it's going to become
Yeah.
a classic. You know, I don't.
Did Benji like it?
We didn't watch the whole thing because I was like, we were only going to watch a half an hour
Yeah.
because you know it's getting late, and so we can watch some of it, and then we can watch some of it tomorrow night. But he was very interested,
Good.
so I think we'll finish it
Cool.
tonight.
Yeah, I like that one. I mean, I only saw it when it came out. But I remember liking it.
It's very good. I mean,
And what's his face?
Emmerich,
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Oh,
I
he's-
love Ed Harris so much.
he's so young.
He's so hot.
He's so sexy.
Yeah, he's really sexy.
And Noah Emmerich from The Americans is his best friend.
wait a second. No. Oh, the FBI guy?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know I'd ever seen him before.
Laura Linney
Yeah.
is his wife. And then the mysterious girl. Her name, as an actress, I don't know her name, but she's always beautiful in everything. And she seems
just
French.
beautiful girl?
Beautiful girl. Actress's name, I don't
And
know.
of course, Jim Carrey is the star.
And Jim Carrey.
All right,
Much
well,
younger Jim Carrey.
I think I told Oliver to watch that at some point. I'm like, I think you would enjoy that.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
surprised he hasn't seen it.
Look, he's seen hundreds of movies. You know, there's only...
maybe he has. We just
I
don't
can't-
know.
he
We
was
don't know his whole oeuvre.
Yeah, I don't actually, but he was homesick yesterday, so I was doing something in the office, and I come out, and I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, The Big Short. I said, again? You really love that movie. He loves The Big Short.
Who's in that?
Everyone. I think Steve Carell's in it. It's about the collapse, the 2009 collapse.
Yeah, the guy
Adam
from
McKay directed it.
from Succession's in it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was like the first thing I ever saw him in.
Yeah, I still don't remember. I said, well, if you watch it this time and you can explain the crash to me, because I've tried to understand the housing market crash about 20 different ways, and I still don't quite understand it. So I don't think he does either. Just for some reason, he really likes the
No
movie.
one actually understands
No.
it. Even economists. Even the people explaining it don't understand it.
You think so?
That's my theory because that gets me off the hook.
Okay.
For trying to understand it. When things are too complicated, I just decide no one understands it.
this.
It's
Yeah.
not just me. The other
Yeah.
people who are acting like they understand it are just bullshitting us.
What's with long division? No one gets that.
No one can do it.
You had a story to tell. Was it
Oh,
about-
yeah. So, I don't know. Did I talk about on the show our dog shaking all the time?
I don't think so. I think that was off air.
So, you know, she shakes sometimes when she's scared, like before it rains. And like if there's a loud noise outside, like we have squirrels that run on our roof occasionally, or like a big pine cone that'll land on the roof from our big trees, and
Okay.
that'll scare her and she'll shake. Or if Sven gets up on the roof to clean the roof, she'll start shaking because she's like, there's a monster on the roof. She doesn't make the connection that it's Sven just like cleaning off the debris.
Right. How
so
would
she'll
she
just
know?
shake and shake, and she'll hide between my legs and get really
Sally.
scared. So we're like, yeah, she's got a little bit of a nervous condition. That's okay. We all do in this house.
Yeah.
And lately, though, she started shaking just randomly during the day with no triggers every day. And we couldn't figure it out. We couldn't figure out what was happening. And there was nothing, outside triggering it or inside that we could track. So we made a vet appointment, and I said, I want you to go this time because I usually take her. And I said, I think it's good because you're a little bit more level-headed in the sense that they'll be like, well, we should run these, these tests that are very important and $11,000. And I'd be like, okay, here's my credit cards. Like, just do everything. And not that he's going to say, no, don't take care of her. But I think he'll be like, I don't know if we need to do that. Like, let's do this.
Okay.
And, she's hard to take to the vet because she's so afraid of the vet.
Oh, has she
She's-
always been this way?
Well, she got, after she got hit by a car when I was very pregnant.
Oh,
and she escaped from our backyard that we thought was contained, but we didn't realize there was a place she could escape. And she got afraid. I was at like a prenatal yoga class, and Sven was at work. She escaped from the backyard. She ran through the streets of Hollywood because this is when
my
we still lived
God.
in LA,
Yeah.
miles, and got hit by a car. kept running, and then somebody was able to get her like in their car, and she had like ran off all the pads of her paws.
Oh my God.
And had a collapsed lung and broken ribs, and I mean she was really a mess, and she had to stay in a vet overnight. That traumatized her.
Okay.
Since then, she's been terrified of the vet. And I don't know if it's just because of that injury.
No, probably
or
is.
if even something happened extra at that vet that was like...
Oh, they're looking at her naked?
They might have pulled up the sheet and looked at her
Yeah.
private parts.
And then mocked them?
It was that doctor. So she, as soon as, you know, we even stop in front of the vet, she starts shaking. And
Oh,
I have to like
sweetie
kind
pie.
of pull her in, and we even give her like calming medication beforehand. It doesn't matter. It's like as soon as she sees the vet building, the calming medicine just like, it's like she adrenal gland or like anal glands it out.
Anal glands.
You know how dogs have, she expresses her anal glands right in my car. So my whole car smells like old fish. And I have to kind of drag her in. And then inside the vet's office, she's a pretty big dog, right? She's like 50 pounds. She like hides under my chair, and there's just like people there with their little tiny dogs. Like, and she's just, she shakes so hard, her feet will flop up and down on the floor, like smacking up and down. Like her whole body is smacking up and down on the floor. It's awful. And I feel terrible. So I was like, you know what, Sven, you can take her.
Yeah.
Because I hate this. So he takes her, and he was like, I don't know, you know, the vet that normally I guess would see her wasn't in. So I saw this woman who isn't normally there, and like I don't think she works at the vet office. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't think they like, is it she's a substitute vet, or like she has her temps? Like you don't just get to be like a temporary vet. It didn't make sense to me. So he's describing her. She was like, she's kind of small and square, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like any vet I've ever seen at this practice, because there's a few vets, right? It's a bigger practice.
Sounds like a Lego person.
Right?
Yeah, small and square.
Yes. So he saw
flat feet.
He saw Dr. Lego, and she was like, clearly, you know, your dog is very afraid, and she starts giving recommendations of like, you know, have you tried this calming collar? And I wasn't there because I would have said, duh, yes, we've already tried that. And Sven was like, I don't know. Let me write that down. And she then recommended a psychologist for pets in San Diego.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, why would we do that? That's so far away. But also I have tried a psychologist.
I remember.
I like called one at a different point. And, you know, then she makes a prescription for Xanax and gabapentin, which gabapentin is like a more slow release anti-anxiety, I think pain medication. It's similar to one that I take, just a different brand, but that's like the daily, and then the Xanax is for like if she has a really bad episode, you can give her a Xanax. All stuff, P.S., that we've tried.
I was gonna say, I thought she was on Xanax.
We have something called Tramadol, which like you know, the night of my birthday party. We gave her like a half a Tramadol, and that's why she sat on that beanbag and just slept like a baby and was so chill the night there were a lot of people in the house.
Got it.
So she was like, I don't want to do anything testing wise to her because she's already so scared. And I was like, so this Sven's telling me all this, and I'm just kind of mad because the whole point is I think something's medically wrong with her.
Right, and also they would sedate her to do these tests.
And I mean, she's already terrified. Just
do it while she's
the
terrified.
blood. Like she's been through all of these things before. So then she says to Sven, I think what would really help make her feel more secure is if you, Sven, go outside and pee around the perimeter of your property.
Okay, who is this Looney Tune? Who the fuck is this? First of all, he already does that, and it's not working.
And I go, Sven, you have to do it. And he goes, I'm not doing that. And I was like, well, what if you just, you know what? You could just pee in the cup.
And then sprinkle it?
And then pour it around. And he goes, that's even worse. So, and I said, well, maybe what if you got Benji? And he goes, no. She already told me it has to be my pee for the testosterone.
What?
And now I'm like not even sure he took our dog to the vet. Like,
He went to like a psychic
I
place
think he
or
went to
something.
some like crystals and psychic down the street and just thinks he went to the vet.
Sir, I can do your tarot.
Yeah, like, or some woman, some Lego human snuck into the vet and like they were at lunch.
Right.
And
She's
put
like,
on a lab coat.
Yeah.
And he never even saw a vet.
Wait, did he go to the Lego store?
Yeah, they have lab coats.
I think he was in the Galleria. Like, he did
Oh
come
my
home.
God.
He did come home with a bag of Lego bricks.
So, did you mean it when you said you have to do this, or were you just
I
being
meant
funny?
it because I know how much he doesn't want to do it.
Oh.
So I want him to do it. I'm also just like, what's it hurt for you to pee around the property?
Why would that
Because
help
he's
her?
the alpha and like it would make her feel more secure if it's like, I guess she would
she
smell
know
it.
it's Sven's?
I guess. I mean, her other question was like, do you guys have teenagers living with you? Like, and we were like, well, sort of. I mean, they're not teenagers yet, but they are loud. But also, she's always like, Sally's always lived with our chaotic, loud family that with two kids that constantly fight. And, you know, it's not a quiet house. It's not a peaceful house.
Right.
That's always been the case. I don't see that like suddenly.
It's probably neurological, right?
I think it's, well, of course, I Googled dog shaking all the time and it came up immediately with this like old dog disease that sounds terrible. And I was like, that's what she has.
Yeah.
Because now that I've realized I don't have colon cancer, which I assumed I had for the last 3 months, I was convinced.
Oh my God, Chris,
I
didn't know that.
I can put my, you know, hypochondria on my dog.
Right.
Take it off of me for a while.
So is there any, not cure, but is there any way to ease that, the old dog thing?
Well, I don't know. It didn't sound promising, but I also am frustrated because I feel like now I have to take her back to the vet, right?
Right,
It's like,
because he didn't do it right. It's like, yeah.
well, and it's also just like this vet sounds frustrated. It's like I kind of wish I would have been there because I think I would have been more insistent on like.
Well, I do think you should maybe talk to the other vet and say,
I feel like I should call them and say like, why
Who
did
is that
she
person?
just insist my husband pee around our property? My dog's 13 and she has this new behavior.
Right.
You could see that in our paperwork, like she's very afraid. Like it's just frustrating anyway.
Poor Sally.
So I still think he should pee around the property, though. What do you guys think? Will you vote?
I don't think it's going to hurt.
Can't hurt.
So
And I think you should film it. Just from the back. You know, nothing.
TikTok it.
Yeah, nothing inappropriate, just from the back.
Yeah, 3 thumbs up. I think that is the vote.
Also, what'll happen with those other dogs that sometimes show up on the property?
Oh, and the
maybe it
cats.
would.
The cats that keep coming and starting fights with my cat. He's been in 2 fights already.
Has he gotten
Security.
bruised?
Well, he lost a bunch of fur and he had to try to climb up one of our big pine trees to get away.
Oh.
They're showing up like just to fight.
Because you don't leave food out there.
Oh, no.
You're not an idiot who leaves food and water out for stray cats.
Because they're not strays. They belong
not?
to people. They're
Oh.
definitely like people's pets, but
Oh.
they're cats that go
That's
in and
weird.
out. And I guess they smelled our cat
Oh yeah, maybe try the pee.
and they just show up and they're like dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I don't know
on
how
our front
anybody
porch.
lets their cats out in L.A. like
Well,
that.
we do because he's so happy.
I'd be so scared of.
Well, he might die, but he's
He
happy
might.
while he's living.
He
That's
might,
her point.
and he's
That's true.
always he like literally will stand at the door and just like look at us like, please,
Oh.
please let me into the sunshine.
Oh, yeah, you got it then.
And he
So
ju-
he never
He doesn't leave
goes
the-
anywhere.
Well,
I mean, that one time he got stuck in the house, but
that one time he did somehow
that's
get in a
right.
fight with a cactus, and we don't have any cactus on our property, so he must have left the property to go fight a cactus.
oh god,
Maybe it's one of those roaming cacti that are.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, cactus are
everything
just,
up.
they can
near
be
you
aggressive.
is- Yeah.
they're as aggressive as coyotes around where we live.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm poor Sally.
Anyway, that's the story with Sally.
And then you got to leave her overnight in a place, right? She's gonna freak out, right?
Leave her overnight in a place?
Aren't you going away for the weekend?
Well, we'll have people stay at our house.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna leave her at a kennel or
Oh,
something.
she's never been left at a kennel.
Yeah, no, she couldn't.
We couldn't ever. I mean, she is one of our most expensive items.
Yeah.
Because we always have to pay someone to stay at our house.
Yeah.
Because it's like the idea that if she went in a kennel, I think she would just die.
You can't just have Dorothea do it. Like come and feed her a few times.
No, because her being alone that long.
Oh, that'll freak her out
That
too?
would be so
Oh.
she could not handle that.
I see. Okay.
Like she would be so stressed.
She gonna eat the snake while you guys are gone?
I wish.
Or the turtle? Yeah, get rid of that snake.
I wish. That snake. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't have to take care of it.
Do you think-
No, apparently no one has to take care of it.
No one's taking care of it. It's going to die soon.
Could she have gotten into something snake involved?
No,
Or
it's
turtle?
all
Is
no,
it
no,
I think
no.
turtle
it's
too?
age.
It's. I think it's age. I mean, there wasn't any sort of poison she could have gotten into because she, we were looking at her. Poop was all fine, and she was eating and drinking pretty normally. So, I don't think she got into anything she shouldn't have gotten into. And the snake is being cared for. I don't want anyone to worry that we're going to let the snake die. It's just that she
Right.
doesn't have any interest in the snake, and I'm like, we can't have an animal that lives 25 years to 30 years.
Is that how long they live?
Yes. I'm like,
I
she's
didn't
going to be
know
in
that.
college. We're going to still have this fucking snake. I mean, I'm not going to.
She better take it with her.
I'm taking it to that
She doesn't
reptile
have an
lady.
interest in it now. She's not going to want to bring it to school with her.
Well, she's not going to get an option. I mean, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to
She's
be.
bringing the snake with her.
I'm going to be traveling. I'm not going to have a snake around my neck.
Yeah. Is there any way your kids could skip a few years so we could become empty nesters at the same? Or maybe I'll just have Oliver fail.
I mean,
senior
my
year.
kids are going to be older, so I feel like I'll be able to do some traveling.
Okay.
I'm like, you're like dreading empty nesters, and I'm just like, yes, it's going to be so fun.
Well, you have a lot of strife with your kids. I mean, they do with each other. So I can imagine it's very stressful.
It's getting better, though. You know why? We're bribing my daughter to be nice.
How is that working?
It's working.
Oh, yeah. You said you were going to get her shoes or something.
Yeah,
if
she's going to get some shoes.
And she's being nice to Benjamin?
Oh, it's working.
It's working great.
Yeah.
My son is unbribable. I told you about the time we went to Disneyland, right? And we were trying to get him to ride Space Mountain. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It's been this whole lifelong thing where Jimmy feels like he must ride roller coasters. It's so stupid. But I also wanted him to try too for some reason. And anyway, we said, we will buy you anything in the park.
Yes.
Any present.
Yes.
We never did this.
Right,
We
right.
never had to do it.
Yeah.
We'll buy you any present. He was like, I'm good. Like, he was just like, he's unbribable. He's just like, no, I'm not doing it. If he doesn't want to do something,
He just doesn't do it.
he just doesn't do it.
Alex is definitely like that. If she doesn't want to do something, you really can't bribe her. It's more about the things like cleaning around the house, like helping out, where we're just like a reward system.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can get more screen time if you.
And does that work?
It works with Benjamin.
It
Like,
doesn't work with her.
But she's just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need
okay.
more screen time. I don't care.
Yeah.
So but for our kids, it's about finding what they want.
I have an idea. Hear me out.
I'm ready.
Buy the shoes.
Yes.
Give her one at a time. You get the right one. You need another 2 weeks of being nice to your brother to get the left one.
Yes.
Maybe withhold the laces.
That's hilarious.
Just saying.
That's
There's
hilarious.
ways around this.
Yes.
They get
yes.
stretched
yes.
out.
Well, she also knows if she isn't nice a day, then she loses that day towards her goal because it has to be 2 full weeks, right?
It has to be 2 full weeks, but if she's mean one day, she has to start over, or
Not fully. She loses that day towards her goal, so then that day doesn't count. And then if she's really like if she does anything physical,
yeah.
she loses 2 days.
Oh, so she hasn't gone 2 weeks without being mean to him.
Yeah.
Oh, she
she
has?
hasn't messed up yet.
Oh, she hasn't messed up.
Nope.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's pretty effective so far.
I love it.
Yeah.
These better be some nice shoes.
They're Nike. They're nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminded me. There was a question on Jeopardy last night where it was the god of running or something. And I was like, Adidas. I was like, no, it's Nike. I knew it was one of that.
I never knew Nike was a god.
I knew Nike was. I just said the wrong. And I was like, Adidas, you idiot.
I would have said Achilles because I only know that is connected to feet.
Yes. He was held by his
Yeah.
ankle and then dipped. And so
See?
everything
you
got.
know lots about gods.
Yeah, everything got superpowers except for his heel, hence Achilles' heel.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
Something to that effect. Well, we don't have a guest, so we should probably take a break now, right? No?
Sure.
It's up to you.
I don't know when else we would do it.
We can do it whenever we feel like it.
I think we should do it now.
Hey guys, should we take a break?
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Fall is here, and if you want to sleep in the coziest bed imaginable, you have to start with Boll & Branch's best-selling 100% organic cotton sheets. You'll spend every night wrapped in buttery, breathable softness and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with Boll & Branch's 30-night guarantee. Plus, get 15% off and free shipping on your first set of sheets. Visit bollandbranch.com and use code WONDERY15. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Okay, welcome back. Are you guys ready to learn what we're going to survive today?
Yes.
I'm so ready.
All right. Let me just give a little backstory, which is that Oliver was homesick yesterday, and I said, okay, your job is to come up with a topic for me.
Nice.
So he said, he was just saying things, things we'd already done or things that weren't a thing. And then he said, robbing a bank. And I was like, actually, I kind of like that. And he was like, you're really going to do how to rob a bank? Like teach someone how to rob a bank? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And then I was like, I was in the shower and I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, that's probably not going to work. What if it's like how to get away from the police? So I was going to do a police chase, how to get away from the police. But I couldn't really find anything. So we are doing how to survive getting caught up in a police chase. So this is from the innocent person's point of view. I was trying to make it for the criminal, but
you just want to help criminals.
I just thought it'd be fun, something different. So we're going to do how to survive being caught up in a police chase. All right.
Which could happen to any one of us at any time.
Especially in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to give you some statistics.
Oh, I love stats.
New study sheds light on grim pattern for innocent bystanders when it comes to police chases happening in the Los Angeles area. The study, requested by the Board of Police Commissioners and data shared by the Los Angeles Police Department, reveals bystanders make up nearly half of the car chase injuries.
Oh boy.
Involving LAPD.
Oh, that's not good. That's a lot.
Total number of chases involving LAPD, this is between 2018 and April of 2023. Ready? 4,203.
That's so many
chases. In the study, LAPD had picked up more than 4,200 police chases from 2018 to 2023. Of the 4,200 police chases, nearly 1,600 resulted in a crash. Of the police chases turned crashes, so 1,600, of those 1,600, 1,032 resulted in an injury or death. 49% of the crashes resulted in injuries involving a third-party victim, meaning bystanders who had nothing to do with the car chase. According to the breakdown, nearly 500 of the crashes involved innocent bystanders. Okay, I'm just sort of repeating things here. Hold on a second. This was interesting. The study revealed that the average speed during an LAPD car chase, anybody want to guess what the average speed is?
I'm going to say 55.
80.
46.
Oh, I win. I win.
Yeah.
What's my prize?
Crash helmet. The average distance covered by an LAPD... Oh, this is crazy too. The average distance covered by an LAPD pursuit was about 4.71 miles. That's it.
Yeah.
Less than 5 miles.
It doesn't seem long, but I bet it seems long when you're in it.
Yeah. With 53% of the pursuits covering less than 2 miles.
Huh.
Approximately 54% of pursuits resulting in traffic collisions occurred when pursuits were less than 2 miles. Okay. Now we're going to get into the nit and the grit.
Oh, I like that.
Thankfully, for many of us, high-speed chases, police chases aren't... Thankfully, for many of us, high-speed police chases are events viewed on television from the comfort of our couches. For others, a chase is something seen up close and personal. The bad news is that being caught in the middle of a car chase can induce a feeling of panic. Oh, don't put Sally in a car chase. Oh my God.
She's already nervous in the car enough. Could you imagine?
I can't imagine.
All those sounds?
The good news is that you won't be caught up for long. If you see a chase approaching you, there are ways you can react to keep you safe. Here are a few tips to follow should you find yourself in this harrowing situation.
Scream?
Yes. Number 1, drive predictably. One of the most dangerous things you can do is to drive erratically. The natural reaction...
Don't start doing donuts.
You just do a 32-point turn in the middle of it.
This is fun.
Oh my God. The natural reaction of most people is to veer to the shoulder and get out of the way. Imagine if you were on the highway and every driver in your lane tried to get to the shoulder at the same time. Not only is it hazardous, but it's close to impossible. Instead of applying your brakes and moving over, maintain your lane and speed. The police chasing the suspect are aware of the speed limits, and they are looking to not only get their suspect, but to keep others on the road safe.
Okay, well, hold up one second.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
So even if the police are flashing their lights and the
Right.
is going on the freeway, we're not supposed to get over to the right and slow down. We're just supposed to stay in our lane.
Stay in your lane, maintain the situation.
Here's what I'm going to say. If the police start honking behind me, I will go to the right.
Well, if you are in between the police and the car it's chasing, that's different.
Then I'd probably move to the right.
Right. I think I get to that. Okay. Staying in your lane and maintaining a consistent speed is predictable behavior that can be anticipated by the police and allow them to react appropriately.
That's really good information, Danielle. I feel like that should be on like a driver's test in LA.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That said, if you find yourself in direct path of a pursuit,
Here we go.
and have enough time and room to move, do so.
Because sometimes, this has happened to me with not the police, but with ambulances and fire trucks.
Yeah.
When there's a bunch of them, and I'm on like a 4-lane, not freeway, but just regular road in a city. They're behind me, but like I can't go to the next lane because there's a car there, and you're like, should I stay where I am? Should I move over to I can't move to the right now, and they're all behind me. That can be so stressful.
Also, I just noticed people just don't move over anymore.
I know.
It's so weird.
People are like, we don't have to do this anymore. And I'm like,
I don't get it.
No, the rules didn't
Nothing
change.
changed.
We all are supposed to move to the right. Where did you go to driving school?
It's crazy.
Dipshit.
All right. 2, don't help.
But I want to.
You've seen it on television and movies. An ordinary citizen sacrifices their own vehicle and safety to help the police stop a suspect. You aren't in a movie.
Yeah, but I'm almost a detective.
That's true, you are. And the police would prefer that you stay out of the way and safe.
Would they, though? I feel like they want my help.
If someone is running from the police, chances are high that they won't give a second thought to ramming your vehicle.
True. They're probably high on something.
Yep. Life.
Oh, maybe just life.
The best thing you can do to help is to stay out of the way. Don't stop. One urge that you should quash is to stop in the middle of the road. You may think that you are making it easier for police to get around you, but you are making yourself an obstacle in the road.
Yeah, you're like only good if you're in the game Frogger to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then you're providing a place for the frog to jump.
You know what? That game was so frustrating.
I hate that game.
I'm not good at video games anyway, and so I only ever played, literally, I could probably count on one hand the different video games I've played.
3 to 5.
3 to 5 for you?
I'm counting for you.
Oh, yeah. But I hated that. It was so hard to. You're a game player. Could you play? You probably have the coordination to do that, right?
Oh, I loved Frogger.
You loved Frogger, yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, I just found it frustrating, as I did most things when I was young. All right. You aren't in a movie, and the police would prefer that you stay out of the way and safe. If someone is running from the police, chances are high. Did I already read this? Oh, yeah, I already read that. Okay, wait, let me go back. Okay. If you can pull over safely to get out of the way, go ahead. If the only place you can come to a stop is in the middle of your lane, don't do it. Keep focused. You may find your attention being diverted in the chase instead of the road ahead. Pull your focus back and remember that you are still driving. Chances are high that you will never be caught up in a high-speed pursuit, but you may find yourself in that small percentage of people who find themselves smack in the middle of one. If you do, follow the tips above to keep yourself and your passengers as safe as possible. Now, I have a story, but I also heard that you each have a story relating to this, so do you guys want to go first, and then I'll read my story?
No, because my story is not what I thought this was.
Oh, what did you think I was talking about?
Running from the police.
Physically running, like on the ground.
Yes.
Okay, did you have a car What did you think? Oh, you thought I meant something about the band, the police?
I was involved in a not like a target of a chase, but I was on the, I don't remember what bus it was, doesn't matter, but I was on the bus coming home from work, and there was a police chase that was going on, unbeknownst to any of us, but we passed the freeway, and this car comes flying off the off-ramp.
Oh.
And crashes into the into the bus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we were in it.
Whoa.
And it hit, like, right where I was, like, right, but this is like a tall bus, like a commuter bus. So it slammed into us, and, like, I'm looking down at the dude, just, his car's right there. And I was on the news. They interviewed me for the news.
Oh, wow.
Did you fly off of the seat?
No, it didn't even, it barely registered.
Because it's a huge bus. And
big,
so were the police were they chasing him already?
Yeah, so they came up like right after, and they were
He didn't have time to get out of his car.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
crazy.
He didn't get away. Yeah,
oh my
I was
God.
playing, I'm such a dork on this news thing. I'm like, yeah, I was just sitting there playing Monopoly on my iPad, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're hit.
Do you have a link to this?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Can you send it to me so I can put it in the newsletter?
I love it.
I look like a scrub.
Scrub.
Ridiculous.
That is hilarious, but scary.
The story I'm going to tell you took place in Southern California in 2022. You may remember this story. I think I do vaguely remember it.
Can't wait.
It's kind of a long story, but here we go.
Sorry, I don't have time.
Police pursuits are nothing new for Southern California, but the chase across Los Angeles and Orange counties on Wednesday evening was one for the ages. For about an hour, a suspect led police on a dangerous pursuit, twice taking other people's vehicles, hitting multiple cars, and ramming into at least 2 police cruisers.
What?
And it was all broadcast live on local TV.
Oh, man.
I will put the... I'm about 17 minutes in. I'm watching it. It's over an hour long.
Wow.
And I've watched a bunch of it. It's pretty fascinating.
Okay.
I'll put that in the newsletter. This was obviously an incredibly dangerous pursuit involving a suspect who had zero regard for public safety for the motorists on the street and the police officers involved, said John Rados, a Fullerton Police Department spokesperson. Johnny Anchondo, 32 of Moreno Valley, was arrested. Here's a timeline of what happened. Officers saw the driver of a black Honda Civic commit traffic violations near Auto Center Drive and the 5 freeway in Fullerton. The man sped off and police followed him into Anaheim. For those of you who don't live in Los Angeles, Anaheim is where Disneyland is.
He was probably going to Disneyland.
Yeah. Where he got on and off the 9D1 freeway at least once. The suspect then entered an apartment complex under chase from police, authorities said. He parked the Civic and saw a white Chevrolet van parked nearby and jumped into it, according to video. This is all on video. A police vehicle blocked the van from behind.
Okay.
But the suspect managed to get the engine going and backed into the police SUV.
He hotwired it?
I don't know. They always leave those details out, but I don't know if you can hotwire your cars anymore, so maybe the keys were inside. I'm not sure.
Or was it his?
No, it wasn't his.
Oh, it wasn't his.
No.
So
He just went to some random apartment complex and got this other car.
Maybe he had one of those, like, newfangled boxes that can start cars that double... Like,
is that a thing?
Because I don't think you can really hotwire anymore, but you can steal cars a different way, I think.
Did you see this in the Fast and the Furious? And you think it's
real?
It's
my favorite franchise.
I know, you love it.
Seen all those movies more than 17 times. I don't know. I might be making this up. Keep going.
Okay, so he continued to ram the SUV. This is the police SUV behind him repeatedly before he could get out. The van then moved out of the complex, passing more police cars that were entering the apartment complex. Because now he's in a different car. They don't know it's him, I guess, for that moment. The owner of the van, Anaheim resident John Reynolds, told KTLA TV Channel 5 he did not know that his van had been stolen until he got a call from the homeowner association manager at his housing complex. He then watched the chase on television.
Wow. The homeowners association was like, your van is in violation of our policies.
Yes. But so then imagine turning on the TV and you're watching someone driving from the police in your
That's
van.
wild.
What am I going to do about work tomorrow? Reynolds thought about the van. I need that for work. I'm hoping it's still usable. The chase moved into Los Angeles County. So they were in Orange County. Now they're in Los Angeles County, with the suspect driving without a left rear wheel on the van.
What?
Okay. So they have, the news helicopters in the air. So you see his back wheel is just shooting out sparks.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's insane.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Maybe when he
but
was ramming that police car.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how long this was, but you can see, and the guy in the helicopter is like, oh. Like, it's just like, looks like fire coming out of the... Okay. So he's driving without a left rear wheel on the van and ramming into multiple vehicles. So
Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
A police cruiser approached the van from behind, and the suspect tried to drive forward, but the van became disabled, causing sparks to fly from the back wheels and smoke to come out from the engine. The man, clad in dark clothing, eventually jumped out of the van and ran into a residence in Whittier through the home's back door. Now, I'm not sure how he did that because the police car was supposedly right there.
Hey, lock your doors, people.
Yeah, right. Okay, so now he's in someone's home. He emerged in the driveway, chased by several residents, including one wielding a knife and several dogs. He jumped into a white Chevrolet pickup truck and smashed into a gate to escape, narrowly missing a small dog.
How is he starting all these cars?
Oh, I'll tell you that one. That one we actually find out. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department took over the investigation, confirming that the suspect had crashed the vehicle in the 12,200 block of Ena Street and forced himself into the house with people inside. Andres Benitez told KNBC TV Channel 4 that he had just returned home from work when the man entered his kitchen.
Jeez Louise.
I was talking to my mom and we were having a normal conversation when I saw the back door open and the suspect burst in, he said.
How terrifying.
When Benitez grabbed a kitchen knife to protect his mother, the man snatched the keys to his work truck from the kitchen table and ran back outside.
Yeah, I just need these.
Yep. When I saw him start up my truck, my heart just broke, Benitez said.
Aww.
Benitez, a landscaper.
Yes, these people need their vehicles.
Has started a GoFundMe to help raise money to replace the tools that were in the truck. The chase ended in the 1,000 block of Hacienda Boulevard and Hacienda Heights, according to the Sheriff's Department. Deputies said they had found and pursued the suspect, but then lost sight of the truck on a freeway. So there's a long part in the video where they're filming him because they're in the sky, but the police are nowhere near him. Yeah. You do not see police cars. Anyway, I don't know why they're not telling them to...
They're probably contacting the police and saying,
I'm sure,
we got to beat on this guy.
Right. Okay. Police found the vehicle again. The suspect hit another car and collided with a police vehicle before driving into a gas station where he hit a pump and tried to reverse. I mean, he's literally just like, he's driving for no reason. He's like, and he keeps fishtailing. Like whenever he gets somewhere, he's driving so fast that he's like, his car is going back and forth. Video showed a cloud of smoke and flames appearing to come out of the back of the truck. Deputies opened fire on the suspect, but no one was hit in the shooting, which seems impossible.
But they probably were not trying to. They're probably just trying to disable the vehicle, right?
Yeah,
and shoot
but
at the
usually,
tires.
I don't know. The LAPD aren't really known for their restraint.
Yeah, they're often killing people during this kind of stuff. So good on them for not.
A brief standoff ensued until deputies approached the suspect with ballistic shields, broke the driver's side window, and detained him while he had his hands up. Anchondo was arrested about 6 p.m. according to the police. He is being held at the Norwalk Sheriff's Station without bail and on a parole hold. 3 people had been hospitalized with crash-related injuries, but not because of a gunshot wound. Anchondo had a slight injury to his wrist and was taken to a hospital, but is now in custody. Okay, the aftermath. Well, again, this is the aftermath from then, not from now. But he's being held at the sheriff's station without bail on a parole hold. I guess that's why he was fleeing the police. I'm guessing he was on parole.
Oh, he broke parole.
Yeah. The extent of his injuries are unknown. Authorities say multiple vehicles and at least 2 police cruisers were hit. 3 people had been hospitalized with crash-related injuries. Adrian Cruz, a bystander, said that he was injured and detained by deputies during the incident. Cruz said he was stopped at a traffic signal in Hacienda Heights when the pursuit suspect bumped into his sedan. A law enforcement vehicle then pushed the pickup truck farther into his car, according to the news station. So the police police car is pushing the truck, which is pushing into this poor guy's.
He's like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Cruz told the news station that he was trying to get his family out of the car. He said that the deputies attacked him in front of his family and handcuffed him.
What?
Yeah. Sheriff's Department spokesman told KCAL that deputies detained Cruz because he refused to get out of the line of fire. I mean, it makes no sense. Anyway, Cruz was released. The use of force against Cruz is under investigation, said Chris Thorson, a commander at the station. And then he couldn't answer more questions because of the investigation. But it's the crazy. I do remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to remember these things because there's so many happen
There's
in
so
LA.
many, yeah.
But I do remember because the guy kept getting on and off the freeway. I didn't remember about the, like, he stole 2 cars.
I don't know any of
It's
that. It's crazy that
crazy.
you just be that good at. I mean, was he in prison for stealing cars? I wonder.
Maybe because he certainly was able to navigate things.
Yes.
But I did notice that while he was on the freeway, people were just kept driving because he's going crazy fast. It
Yeah.
says on the screen how fast he's going.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if the helicopter is able to. So he's like in the 80s. So he's
Yes.
going way. So people were just maintaining their.
Well, and they don't know he's in a high-speed car chase probably in your car. Like,
Yeah,
you
because-
know, when you're on the
yeah.
freeway and there's that yahoo that just comes
Yeah.
speeding past you. And I always think, well, that guy's going to get in an accident, like that idiot.
Right.
But, you know, who knows? They might be in the middle of a high-speed car chase. You don't
Yeah.
know that oftentimes until then maybe a few minutes later there might be police go by.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
usually you just think, well, that person's a jerk.
Are we just going to let that slide? Yahoo?
I know. I was like, I don't know.
I said
I've never
yahoo.
heard anyone say yahoo. I was going to let it slide, but I'm glad you brought it up, Garen.
I'm sorry.
Is that how you say it?
Yahoo? Yeah.
It's Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Well, I say yahoo.
Well, I say.
I mean, I like it. I've
Okay,
just never heard it before.
I think I've said it my whole life.
Wow.
I've never heard
What
that
about the
before. I love
Australian comedian Yahoo Serious? Did you say Yahoo Serious?
No, that's his name.
Oh, okay. That was his weird pronunciation.
What about
Yahoo.
the former email organization?
Oh, yeah, that's Yahoo.
Oh, that's Yahoo also.
But when I'm referring to an idiot, I'd say, well, that Yahoo.
What about the sparkly chocolate milk drink?
Yoo-hoo.
Okay, she's got that.
I got it all down pat.
Oh my God.
Remember that Yahoo that drove the golf cart in a high-speed car chase?
Yes.
And then he had
Remember?
like a little dog, but it wasn't
was-
his dog, I think.
The
He
dog was
kidnapped
still
it.
in the. Oh my God, that was so.
It was like
funny.
a little poodle on his lap, and he was
Yes.
maybe just in shorts.
It was near you, remember?
Yes.
And
yes,
I
yes,
showed it
yes,
to
yes,
some
yes,
random
yes,
guy
yes,
at
yes.
Starbucks. I was like, you got to see this.
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That was a good one.
And that was just a couple miles too. Yeah,
It's right up there with the OJ chase. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the classics.
I
That
don't
is a
know
classic.
they should not. Those car chases should not be allowed to happen. They should, with the technology and the surveillance that we have in this state and country.
What do you mean? What should they do?
Let them go.
Lasers?
Let them go. Find them later.
Just don't chase them because it's too dangerous.
Yeah, the potential of the harm that you've read the statistics.
Yeah.
That unless there's something like life threatening.
Well,
at
the
that
guy was
moment.
out on parole and then broke laws, or vehicular laws.
Yeah.
So who knows what he was on? I guess if he was on parole, I don't know. I see what you're saying.
It's a good
But in
point.
some cases, I mean, the guy kept switching cars. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to catch him.
True. It just seems like it's.
But I see what you're saying. I think
It's
there
more
has been some
danger.
discussion
It
about
makes
that.
it more dangerous to chase them
Yeah.
than if you just said, catch up with you later.
I think I may have come across some articles that were sort of implying that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, unless it's like, son of Sam. Maybe
Yeah.
we
Unless
just
he's
let.
kidnapped somebody or there's someone's life.
Yes,
is
for sure.
in
Someone's child is in
danger
there and-
or something. It's just.
Well, you don't know though. There could be someone in the car. You would have no idea.
But I do think, there is that argument to be made. There is that argument to be made that maybe we don't even need to have the high-speed car chase.
Yeah.
Like, what is it serving? What?
Right. It's serving danger.
Yeah, I mean, it does make for a good news segment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. If you ever watch one of those things, like you're strapped to your seat.
Yeah, you
pretty
want
amazing.
it's hard to look away.
It is. It's like
Right?
a car chase.
It's ratings gold. How come that's not a reality show? Best car chase or
Oh, I'm sure
World's
that has-
Greatest Car Chase?
Oh, they
I'm
have.
sure that's been a
they
show.
used to be a thing a lot, like in the early 2000s. There
Yeah.
was World's Dumbest Criminals, World's Greatest Car Chases.
I'm sure that
World's-
was on Fox or something.
it's
Yeah.
Weird that we didn't
100%.
get hired to write on that.
It is weird. I never did those things like that you did. I didn't do so much. I mean, we've done a lot of dumb stuff,
Yeah.
but not that particular stripe of dumb,
Yeah. Well, you missed out
I guess.
on some dumb stuff. Well, who knows? You know what? Maybe it'll come back. And
You never know.
no, I don't want to write for that. I think I can say no to some things
Yeah.
now. Now that this is so successful, and we're just piling the dough on the table. Look at it, guys.
I know, we're just rolling around.
It's a big pile.
Like little piggies.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go burn some of it.
I can barely see over the mound.
I know. It's hard. I can't see you.
Just see your eyebrows. That's all I can see.
How they look today.
Fantastic. They're on fleek.
Oh, thank you. I thought they were fire.
Yeah, they are.
That was a great topic.
Oh, great.
I found it very interesting, informative. I did learn some things.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just a few things. Just keep driving. Unless you're in between the car and the police, obviously get the heck over.
Do donuts.
Do donuts, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll be right back after this with What Did We Learn Today?
Oh, that time I did it with you.
This podcast is brought to you by eHarmony, the dating app to find someone you can be yourself with. Why doesn't eHarmony allow copy and paste in first messages? Because you are unique, and your conversations should reflect that. eHarmony wants you to find someone who will get you. How are you going to know who gets you if people send you the same generic conversation starters they message everyone else? Conversations that actually help you get to know each other. Imagine that. Get who gets you on eHarmony. Sign up today.
Want to teach your kids financial literacy, but not sure where to start? Greenlight can help. With Greenlight, parents can keep an eye on kids' spending and saving, while kids and teens use a card of their own to build money confidence. As a parent, you can send instant money transfers, set up chores, automate allowance, and more. It's a convenient way to run your household, customized to your family's needs, and the easy way to raise financially smart kids. Get started with Greenlight today and get your first month free at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Chris, are you ready to learn what we learned today? HBO's The Sympathizer. Near the end of the Vietnam War, a spy who is embedded in the South Vietnam Army flees to the United States and takes up residence in a refugee community where he continues to gather intelligence and report back to the Viet Cong. Well, guess what? I'm almost finished with the first episode, and I didn't know that's what was happening.
Yeah, I've seen trailers for this, and I couldn't even tell you.
I didn't know he was going back to the United States.
It looks like a fantasy show. There's so many weird things happening.
The Veil is an international spy thriller series that explores the surprising and fraught relationship between two women who play a deadly game of truth and lies on the road from Istanbul to Paris and London. One woman has a secret, while the other is on a mission to reveal it before thousands of lives are lost. In the shadows, mission controllers at the U.S., CIA, and French DGSE must put differences aside, as difficult as it may be, and work together to avert potential disaster before it is too late. Watch on Hulu! Okay, the actress from The Truman Show is Natasha McElhone, also seen in Ronin, Designated Survivor, and she portrayed Penelope Nachbol, Countess Montalban of Burma in season 5 of the Netflix historical series The Crown. What?
I thought that would be Oh, that's who that is.
No. No, I don't remember her at all. I'm sure if I saw a picture. But.
Yeah, she's actually very beautiful.
Caught up in a chase? Drive predictably. Just keep driving as you were, unless you are between the chaser and the chasee. Don't be a hero. The cops don't need your help, Bonnie. What does that mean?
Bonnie Tyler.
Don't be a hero.
She needs a hero.
I'm looking out for a hero till the end of the night.
Still a good song.
That whole soundtrack is good.
Yes.
Footloose. All right. Well, Chris had to dodge out early. We tried to sneak it past you, but there's only so many voices I can do. So I can't do Chris's voice. So anyway.
You're doing pretty good.
Thanks.
You're doing pretty good.
Until next time, remain calm.
There you go.
Thanks.
Can't have it do it by yourself.
No.